Hi there, this is Sam with Bulldog Rooter. I'm doing a video inspection of the main sewer line for 2332 West Garland Avenue in Spokane, Washington. It is March 8th, 2017. I'm going to start to pull back and explain some things about this pipe. So right here we are pushed all the way out to where this pipe connects to the city sewer. The homeowner is responsible for their connection to the city sewer and then everything back from that towards the house. So this is the main sewer line for the house. Everything that has a drain inside your house drains out right here and goes into the city sewer. What we're looking at is a 4-inch clay tile connection. And clay tile usually comes in 2 to 5 foot sections. And most of the issues with clay tile you'll start to see is roots getting in at these seams. That's sort of what we're seeing right here. This is the connection that I was talking about, some of them. It looks like there's a minor separation. What will happen is these sections of tile will actually start to settle in the ground and get offset, and over time you'll get a little lips, as we're seeing right there. The bottom pipe's towards the top left-hand corner of the screen, and as you see the water flowing by it and whatnot, you see water is going over this spot just fine. It's kind of a minor separation, but roots are definitely getting in this section. That's sort of what we're seeing come out of the seams right there. Pulling back here. So right there is pretty much what a perfect seam looks like. You can just kind of see right there, it's still pretty connected and stuff flowing through it just fine. Keep pulling back. We have a minor separation up top, but nothing too bad. Right here it looks like we have a little bit of roots left. The majority of these seams had a pretty big amount of roots in them, and we had to come out here and try and put our snake through the line. We snaked it about 4 times and couldn't get it open. We put what's called a blow bag inside of it, which is a balloon that pressurizes inside the line and shoots high-pressured water down the line to try and push that sludge out. And we just weren't getting anywhere with that. So we had to come back today and put our hydro jetter in. And that's just a hose that's hooked up to very high-pressured water, and we ran at about 3,000 psi is the highest we went to really give this guy a really clean look. We got this pipe cleaned up pretty well. You can see kind of towards the bottom left-hand corner of the screen there's another little separation, some roots growing in, and that whole section of that pipe is pretty much clogged with roots, and we really cleaned that up. So it's good. Pulling back here, just another seam right there. Looks like we got just a little bit of stragglers left for roots, but nowhere as bad as it used to be. Those should not cause any issues at all. What I would recommend is that we get this line cabled out at least once a year to make sure that the roots don't grow back. We don't run into this issue further down the road. Looks like we just had a little bit of roots left on that seam as well. A little bit left, nothing bad. A little bit more roots in that. So right there we have a little bit more stragglers, but nothing crazy. It looks like the whole pipe has grade. Right here we have a little bit thicker roots. Imagine that, but about 10 times worse. That's about what the line looked like when we started. We hit this spot 2 or 3 times, get this cleaned up. That's pretty great as far as getting it cleaned up goes. So that's about what we could get out of it with our jetter. We can't run our jetter at a higher PSI. We don't want to harm the line or anything like that at all. Another seam we went through. It's looking fine. A little bit more stragglers left right there, but those aren't really going to cause any issues. Same thing going there. The line itself is about 90 feet long. We are about halfway through it right now. Pulling back, we're still in tile in this section. Clay tile is usually a pretty good pipe, usually lasts pretty long. The main issues are those separations that I was talking about. Looks like we have a little one there, but nothing too bad. Yeah, pipe looks like it's pretty good condition. I'm stopping at this section right here. You can see there's like a little puddle of water at the bottom of the pipe right here, and it's because we're just hitting kind of a little minor separation. That's what I just pushed my my camera up to. But yeah, that doesn't look too terrible. You can see it does catch a little bit of water, and I could see like it maybe if you guys were to use cleaning wipes or anything like that and flush it down the drain, it could get caught up in this section. Realistically, the only thing that should be going down the sewer line is toilet paper and what nature provides. Yeah, just be careful to not put any, flushable wipes or feminine paper products or anything else that shouldn't go down the drain, because when you have roots inside your line, they'll catch it fairly easily, and you will definitely be having issues. Pulling back a little bit more right here, one of the main issues of concern. So we go from that tile pipe right over here to a very offset connection, and we get into concrete for a second, and then we switch back into tile. So this concrete's very separated from the tile. You can kind of see it right here. There's a little lip we have to push over, and then right here we have a very large separation between the tile and concrete itself. And then we have some cracks in the tile in this area. This is a very, very rough spot, and this can definitely cause some problems. I could see, stuff getting caught up in this area, and flushing the toilet and whatnot. Eventually, you're filling this hole up. I think that could have been one of your main issues, and one of the reasons we had such a problem getting through this line and getting it cleared out. But that section is definitely not in the best condition. Then we switch over, and we're still in that clay tile, and we go into ABS, which is going to be fairly close to the house. And the ABS, all of it looks fine. It's what we install nowadays. It's a really good pipe, and all the fittings are cemented in, so it's pretty solid, pretty good pipe. Not really seeing any issues with it at all. And right now it looks like we're going to be coming up our toilet flange, which is where we did this video inspection from the garage. I'll get you a picture of that. Right there. There we go. Alrighty, and that was Sam with Bulldog Rooter, and that was your video inspection. Thank you.